begin with, you're upset and angry. Why us? But I think as we've continued along the journey, I think we have an air of acceptance and to soldier on and to make sure Claire's life is as good as possible. We will not leave her side. We will be with her every step of the way. Come hell nor high water, we will be there for her to make sure she lives the best possible life she can. Back in April 2024, we noticed slight differences in Claire's speech here and there, the odd word being slurred. She was officially diagnosed with MND on the 5th of July 2024. Since then, our Claire, my loving wife for the last 36 years, her speech is now no longer, and she cannot eat or drink, and the only way we feed her now is through a feeding tube. For me, as her husband, it has been very, very difficult to watch how quickly this horrific, brutal disease has taken a grip on her. However, we continue to try and do as much as we possibly can and look at life in a positive manner, and with all the support of our family and friends, it has been much appreciated and has helped us through these difficult times. Sadly, over the last few weeks, Claire developed pneumonia, which was a little bit of a curved ball. We weren't expecting. And she is now on the road to recovery after her pneumonia. However, day to day, life has taken on a completely new way. Suction machines, nebulizers, medicines, something which I never ever thought I would be having to do. However, we are looking at things positively, at this most dreadful disease. We know it's a war we won't win, but we will endeavour to try and win the small battles along the way and live day by day.
It was pretty clear when we were in the hospital with Mum for sort of 12 or 13 days that she can't fight pneumonia as, say, I would, being fully fit and healthy. And that was probably the scariest part, well, for me, I don't know about you, but the scariest part in our journey so far. You sort of have a consultant from the intensive care unit come and tell you that about ventilators, putting her to sleep, when you know the inevitable is going to happen, but when it faces you right in the face, kind of in a couple of hours, thinking, will she see her 60th birthday? Will she ever see her grandchildren again? Will she ever see her dogs again? Will she ever see her bedroom again? That's kind of all these emotions wrapped up when we were in the A&E at the BGH. And just seeing how, because obviously all her muscles in her throat and her face are as good as paralysed now. She's not able to get rid of all the pneumonia going on in her body, hence why the only way to do it is to suction her mouth out every time. And when we were in the hospital, it was every 20 minutes, half an hour, constantly, because that was the only way to get rid of it. And that kind of just shows you the brutality of what MND is and does to the body, and we've sadly seen that in the flesh the past month or so with her. But at one point we thought she would never come home again, but now we're a few weeks on and she is getting through it. She's powering on, and it's a complete miracle. It really is that she's managed to survive that. And
it is. It's such a weird disease because it affects everyone differently. Thankfully, Claire is still pretty mobile, and which is a great help to us. And people can speak normally and still eat normally, and it is just, you have such a mixture of emotions. As Tara was saying when we were in the hospital, it was, I used to drive across there twice a day with hope but with fear, because when you walked through the ward door you weren't sure what you were going to come across. You hoped she was going to get better. You feared she might have got worse. And it is actually so incredible to be filled with hope and fear at the same time. Found it very, very difficult.
One minute you think it's getting better and the next minute it's just chaos. So I think for us as a family, watching it is just, you're completely emotionally drained just watching that happen to your wife, your mum. And it's not anything I'd wish on anybody to have to go through that.
I may no longer be able to speak, eat, or drink, but there are still many things I can do, and I try to focus on them each day. Recently, I have noticed my right hand getting weaker, and it scares me not knowing how quickly things might change or what tomorrow will bring. But all I can do is keep going. So I face each day with a smile, because that is all I can do in this situation. I feel incredibly fortunate to be surrounded by such an amazing family and friends. Their love and care mean the world to me. They help me get through the tough moments and remind me I am never alone in this. Raising money for my Name 5 Doddy Foundation and MND Scotland is about buying us more time and giving us a reason to believe in progress towards a cure. By donating to these charities, you are helping families like mine to face the toughest moments of their lives. These organizations don't just fund research, they fund futures. Futures where a diagnosis like mine isn't the end of the road. They support vital scientific breakthroughs and also provide direct help, whether it's financial aid, equipment, or simply someone who understands what it means to live this reality every day. I have felt the impact personally. When things felt overwhelming, MND Scotland was there. And when I needed something to believe in, Doddie's story, his strength, his humour, his refusal to back down, it gives me a reason to keep going.
It might be hard for us, but it's even harder for her. So if she can still put a smile on her face every day, then we need to do that too.
That is our main goal at the moment. As long as we can still keep putting a lovely smile on Claire's face, that's what we try to do day in, day out. And yes, some days it's difficult. Just to watch a loved one, how the disease takes a grip on somebody. You watch it get worse day by day, week by week, month by month. Believe you me, this is such a horrific, brutal disease. And through it all, Claire smiles, and she is an inspiration, certainly to me and to everyone else who comes across her.
Kind of looking at the bigger picture as well, the Claire Mactaggart Golf Day coming on the 16th of August is not only a reason to kind of celebrate my mum and her journey, it's to raise funds for two amazing charities, MND Scotland and My Name's Doddie Foundation. They both provide vital support to us as a family and to mum as a MND sufferer, and just help us live with it, help us find a way through this storm. And the My Name's Doddie Foundation, which I'm extremely grateful to be an ambassador for, give people hope. And my mum, through her whole life, has always put others first. And from the very beginning, she said she wants to help other people. So, as hard as it is for me, I'll represent her however that may be. And my goal in all of this and after is to always just help others like my mum does.
We want to, through MND Scotland and the My Name's Doddie Foundation, who have been absolutely brilliant to us as a family, we know we're too late, but we're endeavouring to raise as much money as we possibly can for the person down the line to try and find a cure for this disease.
There is no denying that the hardest part is still ahead. But I have already come through pneumonia, and I'm not done fighting. I promise you that I will keep going, one day at a time.